Pain is the fire that refines the gold. It is the storm that strengthens the roots. It is the furnace that purges impurities. But pain, no matter how deep, no matter how severe, no matter how unrelenting, is always temporary. It has an expiration date. It has a limit. But my purpose is eternal. My calling is greater than my crisis. My destiny is bigger than my despair. And if I hold on through the storm, I will see the sun again. Too many of us get stuck in the cycle of suffering, believing that the pain we feel today will last forever. But let me tell you something. Pain is not permanent. It may shake you, but it cannot shatter you. It may wound you, but it cannot wither you, because greater is He that is within you than anything that comes against you. You were created for something beyond this moment. You were built for something beyond this burden. Have you ever watched a mother in labor? She groans, she cries, she struggles through the pain. But when that child is placed in her arms, she forgets the anguish. She forgets the agony. Why? Because the purpose that was birthed was greater than the pain that preceded it. Some of you are in the middle of labor pains right now. You are pushing through tears, through trials, through turmoil, but what is coming out of you will be worth every tear you've cried. The joy that follows will be greater than the sorrow that tried to stop you. If you quit in the middle of your pain, you forfeit the reward on the other side. If you surrender in your suffering, you never see the glory after the struggle. That is why you cannot afford to give up. That is why you cannot afford to bow to despair. There is too much riding on your endurance. The enemy knows that if you hold on just a little longer, you will break through. And so he sends distractions, he sends discouragement, he sends deception, anything to make you believe that your current struggle is your permanent reality. But I came to tell you, your pain is lying to you. It is not here to stay. Every great person who has ever walked this earth has encountered seasons of suffering. Moses wandered in the wilderness. Joseph was betrayed and imprisoned. David was hunted like an animal, but their pain did not define them. Their purpose did. And when they refused to surrender to suffering, they stepped into their destiny. What about you? Will you let pain dictate your future? Or will you rise up, shake off the dust, and declare, my purpose is greater than this momentary affliction? The Apostle Paul said, these light afflictions, which are but for a moment, work for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. In other words, what you are going through right now is preparing you for something far greater. Your pain is not wasted. Your tears are not in vain. Every struggle, every setback, every sleepless night is an ingredient in the recipe of your breakthrough. Do you think diamonds are made in comfort? Do you think gold is purified without fire? No, the very things we value the most are formed in the harshest conditions, and so are you. You are not being destroyed, you are being developed. You are not being crushed, you are being created. Your pain is not a sign of your end, it is a sign of your elevation. If you could see what God is preparing for you on the other side of this pain, you would not weep, you would worship. If you could glimpse the doors that will open, the favor that will be released, the anointing that will flow, you would not fear, you would rejoice. That is why the enemy fights you so hard. That is why the trials seem relentless. He is terrified of what will emerge when you survive this storm. He knows that a person who has endured the fire and come out purified is unstoppable. You may be asking, how do I endure? How do I keep going when everything in me wants to quit? You do it by focusing on your purpose, not your pain. You do it by remembering the promise, not the problem. You do it by standing firm even when you feel weak, because the power to endure is already in you. The strength to persist is already inside of you. You have been equipped for this battle. You have been anointed for this fight. And if you refuse to break, you will see the breakthrough. There will be moments when the pain seems unbearable. There will be nights when you cry yourself to sleep. There will be days when it feels like no one understands what you are going through. But hear me when I tell you, you are not alone. God sees you. He hears your cries, and He is working behind the scenes to turn your sorrow into joy. He is orchestrating every detail for your good. Even when you can't see it, He is moving. So lift your head, wipe your tears, take another step. Your story is not over. Your purpose is not finished. And no matter what pain you are facing today, it will pass. It will fade. But your purpose will stand the test of time. It will outlast the trials. It will endure through eternity. Pain is like a storm. It comes with thunder, wind, and heavy rain. It shakes you, rattles your foundation, and sometimes leaves you feeling broken. But storms don't last forever. They pass. The clouds break, the sun shines again, and life continues. The same is true for the trials you face. No matter how intense your suffering feels right now, no matter how unbearable the weight on your shoulders seems, it will not last. Pain is temporary. It has a beginning and it has an end. But there is something inside you that outlasts every storm. Your purpose. Purpose is eternal because it is tied to the reason you were created. It is not dictated by circumstances. It is not erased by hardships. Your struggles may shake you, but they cannot steal what God has placed within you. If you are going through a season of pain, you must remind yourself that your purpose is not tied to what you feel today. It is anchored in something greater. Pain may try to convince you that your life is over, that your dreams are dead, and that your future is hopeless. But pain is a liar. It is only a moment, not the end of your story. Think about the most powerful testimonies you've ever heard. They all have something in common: struggle. The people who inspire us the most are those who overcame incredible pain to fulfill their purpose. The greatest leaders, the strongest warriors, the most impactful voices, all of them endured seasons of hardship. But they refused to let temporary suffering define them. They held on to their purpose, and because they did, their pain became the platform for their greatest victories. Your life is no different. If you can endure, if you can push past the temporary suffering, you will see what is waiting for you on the other side. There are moments in life when pain feels overwhelming, when the loss is too deep, the betrayal too painful, or the disappointment too great. In those moments, you may wonder if you have the strength to go on. But hear this: pain does not have the final say. It does not get to dictate your destiny. You were created for more than this moment. Your purpose is too valuable, too powerful, too necessary to be destroyed by a temporary struggle. Every trial is producing something within you, strengthening you, and preparing you for the greatness ahead. And this is why you cannot give up. This is why you must keep pressing forward even when it hurts. Because if you hold on just a little longer, if you refuse to let temporary pain blind you to eternal purpose, you will walk into a season of fulfillment that makes every hardship worth it. Keep moving, keep believing, and keep holding on to the truth that your pain is temporary, but your purpose is eternal. Endurance is the bridge between struggle and success. It is the power to keep moving forward when everything inside you wants to quit. Life will test you. It will push you to your limits, stretch your faith, and challenge your strength. But if you can endure, if you can hold on through the storm, you will see the blessings on the other side. Every great breakthrough is preceded by great resistance. The enemy fights hardest when he knows you're close to your victory. That is why you must not give up now. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Think of a seed buried deep in the soil. In the darkness, it may seem forgotten. It may feel like nothing is happening, but beneath the surface, something powerful is taking place. The roots are growing, the foundation is being established, and in due time that seed will push through the soil and reach toward the light. The same principle applies to your life. Endurance is what allows you to push through the dirt of struggle, past the weight of discouragement, and into the light of your purpose. If you give up too soon, you forfeit the harvest that was meant to be yours. Many people quit just before their breakthrough. They let fatigue, frustration, and fear convince them that there is no point in continuing. But what if they had held on just a little longer? What if the miracle they were praying for was right around the corner? Some of the greatest victories in history came to those who refused to surrender even when everything seemed hopeless. They endured, they pressed forward, and in the end they witnessed the fulfillment of what they had fought for. Your story is no different. If you keep pushing, if you refuse to give in, you will step into the promise waiting on the other side of your pain. Endurance is not about ignoring the pain. It is about refusing to let the pain stop you. It is about understanding that your struggle is not in vain. Every tear, every sleepless night, every battle you face is shaping you, strengthening you, and preparing you for what is ahead. It may not feel like it right now, but endurance is building something inside of you that will make you unshakable. The weight you are carrying today is producing a strength in you that will sustain you in the next season. When the breakthrough comes, you will look back and realize that everything you went through was necessary to prepare you for the blessing. And so in this moment, you have a choice. You can let the storm break you, or you can decide to press on. You can surrender to the struggle, or you can declare that you will not be moved. The blessing is on the other side of this battle. The victory is waiting beyond the valley. Keep holding on, keep believing, and keep pressing forward, because your breakthrough is closer than you think. Growth does not come from comfort. It is in the fire of affliction and the weight of trials that we are refined and strengthened. Just as gold is purified in fire and diamonds are formed under immense pressure, your struggles are not here to destroy you. They are here to shape you. Every challenge, every hardship, and every painful moment is working on you, molding you into the person you were meant to become. Without resistance, there is no strength. Without pressure, there is no transformation. The process may be painful, but the result is priceless. Consider the journey of a diamond. It starts as nothing more than a lump of carbon buried deep beneath the earth. But over time, intense heat and crushing pressure begin to change its structure. The very forces that seem unbearable are the same ones that create something rare, valuable, and unbreakable. The same principle applies to your life. The struggles you face are not here to break you. They are here to bring out the greatness inside of you. Without pressure, the diamond would never shine. Without trials, you would never see the true strength and purpose placed within you. Too often, people run from suffering, not realizing that it is part of the process. Growth requires endurance. It demands that you stay the course, even when it hurts. If you quit in the middle of the fire, you never get to see what you were becoming. But if you endure, if you trust the process, you will come out refined, stronger, wiser, and ready for the purpose set before you. The trials you face today are not meant to weaken you. They are meant to prepare you for the next level of your destiny. Suffering also teaches you things that success never will. It deepens your faith, builds your resilience, and gives you a perspective that cannot be learned any other way. People who have never faced hardship may look strong on the outside, but true strength is only proven through struggle. When you have been through the fire and survived, when you have faced the pressure and refused to break, you come out with a power that nothing can shake. The very things that once caused you pain become the evidence of your growth. And this is why you must not despise the process. You may not understand it now. It may not feel good in the moment, but if you hold on, if you refuse to let go of your purpose in the midst of the trial, you will see the beauty that is being formed in you. The pressure is not here to destroy you. It is here to reveal the strength that was inside you all along. Keep pressing forward, because what is ahead is greater than anything you have left behind. Pain may visit you, but it does not own you. The hardships you face, the battles you fight, and the struggles you endure are all part of your journey, but they do not define who you are. Too many people allow their pain to become their identity, wearing their wounds like a permanent label. But you are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not what happened to you. Your purpose is far greater than your pain, and no amount of suffering can erase what God has placed inside you. Think about the most difficult moments of your life. The heartbreak, the disappointment, the losses that felt unbearable. In those moments, it's easy to believe that the pain is all there is. It's easy to let suffering shape your self-image, convincing you that you are broken beyond repair. But that is not the truth. Pain is an experience, not an identity. It is something you go through, not something you are. The fire may have touched you, but it did not consume you. The storm may have shaken you, but it did not destroy you. You are more than what you have been through. When you identify with pain, you stay stuck in the past. You replay the hurt, relive the failures, and remain trapped in a cycle of suffering. But when you choose to identify with your purpose, everything shifts. Instead of seeing yourself as a victim of your circumstances, you recognize that you are more than a conqueror. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, you focus on what is ahead. Your destiny is too great to be held hostage by yesterday's pain. Your future is waiting, but you must decide to step out of the shadow of your suffering and into the light of your calling. Pain will try to rename you. It will whisper lies that say you are unworthy, forgotten, or beyond hope. But purpose speaks a different language. Purpose calls you victorious. Purpose declares that you are chosen, anointed, and destined for something greater. No matter what you have been through, the truth remains the same. You were created for more. And when you embrace that truth, when you refuse to let pain define you, you step into the power of who you really are. And this is where transformation begins. When you stop seeing yourself through the lens of your struggles and start seeing yourself through the lens of your purpose, everything changes. You are not what you have lost. You are not the pain you have endured. You are a person of destiny, carrying something inside you that no hardship can erase. So rise above the suffering, walk in the strength that has been placed in you, and keep moving forward. Because there is more ahead of you than there is behind you. There are moments in life when it feels like nothing is changing. You pray, you push, you press forward, but all you hear is silence. In those seasons, doubt creeps in, whispering that nothing is happening, that nothing will ever change. But just because you don't see the movement doesn't mean God isn't working. He is orchestrating things behind the scenes, shifting pieces, aligning opportunities, and preparing breakthroughs that you cannot yet perceive. What looks like stillness is actually divine strategy at work. Think about a seed planted in the soil. For weeks, there's no visible sign of growth. The ground looks the same, unchanged, unmoved. But beneath the surface, roots are forming, strength is developing, and the foundation is being laid. When the time is right, that seed will break through, revealing what had been growing all along. The same principle applies to your life. Just because you don't see the evidence yet doesn't mean God isn't moving. The delay is not denial, it is preparation. There are things being arranged on your behalf that you don't even know about. Doors are being built that you will one day walk through. Battles are being fought in the spirit that you haven't even had to face. You may be struggling to see a way out, but God has already made a way. What looks like a setback is often a setup for something greater. If you could see what He was doing behind the scenes, you wouldn't worry the way you do. You wouldn't doubt, you would trust, you would rest, and you would keep walking in faith. This is why patience is necessary. If you rush the process, you will miss the masterpiece being formed. If you try to force an outcome before it's time, you will settle for something less than what was intended for you. There is a reason you haven't seen the answer yet. There is a reason the doors haven't opened yet. It's not because you've been forgotten. It's because the work is still in progress. What is coming is bigger than what you expected, greater than what you prayed for, and more powerful than what you imagined. So hold on, keep believing, keep trusting, and keep moving forward. Just because you can't see the full picture yet doesn't mean it isn't coming together. Behind the scenes, things are shifting in your favor. Behind the scenes, your victory is already being prepared. Stay in position, stay faithful, and watch how everything unfolds in the perfect time. Struggles are not obstacles, they are opportunities. Every tear you've cried, every battle you've fought, and every disappointment you've endured is preparing you for the elevation that is coming. It may not feel like it in the moment, but the very things that seem to break you are actually building you. Strength is developed in adversity, wisdom is gained through trials, and resilience is forged in the fire of difficulty. What you are going through is not in vain. It is the setup for something greater. Think about a staircase. Each step is necessary to take you higher. You cannot skip the process because each level prepares you for the next. Your struggles are stepping stones, not stumbling blocks. What looks like a setback is actually a setup. What seems like rejection is often redirection. Every closed door is positioning you for the right one to open. The hardships you face today are strengthening your character, sharpening your vision, and equipping you for the elevation that awaits. No one reaches greatness without struggle. The most powerful leaders, the most successful individuals, and the strongest warriors have all endured seasons of hardship. They didn't become who they are because life was easy. They became who they are because they refused to quit when life got hard. If you want to rise, you must be willing to go through the process. If you want to soar, you must be willing to endure the storm. Growth comes from resistance, and purpose is revealed through perseverance. This is why you must not despise your struggle. It may feel unfair, it may seem overwhelming, but it is working for your good. Every trial is teaching you something. Every challenge is refining you, and every season of difficulty is strengthening your foundation. You may not see it now, but one day you will look back and realize that the very things that tried to break you were actually building you. Elevation requires preparation, and the struggle is part of that preparation. So keep pressing forward, keep trusting the process, even when it doesn't make sense. What you are facing today is not the end, it is the beginning of something greater. Your struggle is positioning you for the next level, shaping you for the purpose you were created to fulfill. Stay faithful, because what is coming will make every battle worth it. Quitting may feel like the easiest option when the weight of life becomes unbearable, but if you walk away now, you will never see the fullness of what was meant for you. Pain has a way of convincing you that it will last forever, that there is no way out, no relief in sight, but pain is temporary. It may press you, it may shake you, but it will not last. What does last is the purpose placed inside of you, the reason you were created, the destiny you are called to fulfill. If you hold on, if you refuse to give up, you will see that your calling is greater than your current suffering. Every great achievement, every remarkable testimony, and every victorious moment is birthed from endurance. Those who accomplish extraordinary things are not those who never struggle, but those who refuse to let struggle stop them. Pain is a test of perseverance, and those who endure will see the reward. It's in the moments when you feel like quitting that you must remind yourself why you started. You didn't come this far to turn back now. You didn't survive all that you have been through just to surrender now. There is more ahead of you than behind you. The enemy of purpose is discouragement. When life gets hard, the temptation is to believe that the suffering is greater than the calling, but that is a lie. Your purpose will outlast the pain. The difficulties you are facing today will not follow you forever, but the impact of your purpose will. What you are building, what you are creating, what you are pressing toward, it all matters. The pain will pass, but the work you are doing, the lives you are touching, and the difference you are making will remain. Endurance is the bridge between where you are and where you are meant to be. If you stop now, you will never see what was on the other side of this struggle. You must push past the exhaustion, push past the doubt, push past the voice that says it's not worth it, because it is worth it. Every step you take, every battle you fight, every moment you choose to keep going is leading you closer to the fulfillment of your purpose. You are not just surviving, you are stepping into something greater. So keep moving forward. Even if the progress feels slow, even if the weight feels heavy, do not stop. The pain you feel today will become the testimony you share tomorrow. The struggle may be real, but so is the promise that what is coming is greater than what you are going through. Stay in the fight, stay in the race, because the victory ahead of you is worth every tear, every trial, and every moment of endurance. Everything you have faced, every tear you've shed, and every battle you fought has been shaping you for something greater. The pain was never meant to destroy you, it was meant to develop you. It was never meant to define you, it was meant to refine you. Though the suffering may have felt endless, it was only temporary. But your purpose is eternal. It will outlast the trials, outshine the struggles, and stand firm when everything else has faded away. There will always be moments when the weight of life tries to break you, when you feel like giving up is the only option. But this is where endurance is required. Every trial has a purpose. Every storm carries a lesson. And every hardship is an opportunity for growth. If you hold on through the process, if you refuse to quit, you will walk into the breakthrough that has been waiting for you all along. Your pain is not wasted. It is producing something powerful within you. Even when you can't see it, God is working behind the scenes. He is aligning the right people, the right opportunities, and the right moments to bring you into the fullness of what He has prepared for you. Nothing you have gone through is in vain. Every struggle is a stepping stone. Every setback is a setup. And every tear is watering the ground for your next season of victory. What you are carrying inside of you is too important to abandon now. So rise up. Keep pressing forward. Keep believing even when it hurts. Keep trusting even when you don't understand. The fire you've walked through is refining you, not destroying you. The pain you've endured is preparing you, not breaking you. And the purpose inside of you is worth every battle you fought to get here. You were created for more, destined for greatness, and called to something that will leave a lasting impact. The pain was only temporary, but the purpose, your purpose, is eternal.